So guys, coaching the kid here with Justin Vasquez, up-and-coming MMA fighter out of Freedom Fighters MMA here in Miami, Florida. He fights this Saturday, March 14th, for Global Legion. Go ahead and tell them the venue.
The venue is at the warehouse. It's in the Magic City Innovation District.
All right. And just introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How long you've been training.
My name is Justin Vasquez, aka Slick J, and I've been training for 13 years. I started wrestling in middle school, wrestled all throughout high school, went to college, wrestled 3 years out in college, and I've also been training MMA since my freshman year of high school. So altogether, it's about 13 years, 14 years training wrestling and MMA nonstop. Like, the longest break I've taken was a year to repair my ACL. I had an ACL surgery, and I had to, take a year off from that and recover. And I've just, been on the grind ever since, and just trying to make the dream work.
Do you think that doing MMA and wrestling at the same time help your MMA game more or improve your wrestling?
For sure. Like the wrestling by itself, that boosted my confidence. That gave me a good base to start MMA, and me personally, I just feel like I'm not trying to be biased or anything. I just feel like wrestling is one of the best bases you can have because in a regular season of wrestling, you have about 100 matches. That's like 100 fights, with rules, obviously, and that mentally prepares you for MMA. I think it's great. It's helped me a ton.
How did you find your way into this gym over here with Manolo?
One of my teammates, Javi Ramirez, we used to wrestle together in high school, and when I went to college, I focused on my wrestling a lot more than MMA, and he was always on my ass. He was there telling me, "Hey, you gotta come out, you gotta come check out Manolo's gym. You're gonna be raw. You need to come, And he just kept telling me, all right, for sure." And so I took a couple fights in college. And when I came out here, this is the first place I came right away because I knew this is what I wanted to do. So once I came here, I never left. It was like, this is where I need to be. I've been with it ever since.
You definitely get a different feeling when you walk into this gym. It's unlike any other gym like here. When was your first fight?
My first fight, I actually had a shoot fighting match when I was a freshman in high school. That's pretty much, strikes to the body and kicks to the legs, takedowns and submissions, ground and pound to the body. And I did that when I was 14 years old. And, I won that. And I just kept rolling with it. I did a couple of those. And when I hit college, I took my first real fight and full-on MMA. They were non-sanctioned. Pretty funny, In the ring, when they brought us to the center to introduce the rules and all that, the referee looks at me, he looks at my opponent, he's like, "All right, you guys look experienced. We're gonna let the elbows and the knees fly to the face, all right? You guys be safe, all right? Shake hands." I was like, "Oh shit!" But I was still confident, but came out all right.
What fighters influenced your fighting style?
Not gonna lie, George St. Pierre, Mike Tyson, those are my ones and my twos right there, man. My two favorite fighters. And I watched George St. Pierre a lot, and I was just obsessed with his fighting style, and I like to mix it with my wrestling. Like, that's what I strive to be like every day.
That's a good too.
And then when I met Manolo, I was just like, man, forget GSP. I want to be like Manolo, bro. I want to have his stand-up. I want to get his stand-up down to a T. Like, in training, I ask him questions every day. Like, do you put your foot this way? Is this punch closed or is it open like that? I get all the info I can from him. I try to, I use him. He's my role model, so that's what I try to be like.
He's a man of a lot of knowledge, that's for sure. What was your first impression of him when you walked into the gym?
He was very different. He's not your average coach. He wants guys that are here because they want to be. And he doesn't really want to tell you like this is what you got to do. He wants people to know what they got to do to get to the next level. And when he sees that you're serious, you can do that. He'll put more effort into you. But he likes to deal with the real fighters. He wants to push to be have the greatest fighters come out of the gym. And, get us on those big platforms and all that. very different. You know, other coaches that I had are usually like on my ass, like, oh, you up in the morning, you doing what you're supposed to do, you know. But it's different. He's like that still, but it's hard to explain. You know, he's very genuine. You know, and he doesn't cookie cut. He doesn't really believe in pampering you and all that. Like
He wants to make sure you want it.
exactly, yeah.
I'll tell you a funny story. I remember your first day in the gym. So me and Manolo are standing in the corner with Alexis Villa, and we're seeing him. He was awkward. He was real stiff. Like he was nothing like what he is right now. He was like, oh, he was
I was
stiff.
I was like a pure wrestler.
Yeah.
You know, just street fighting hands only. You know?
And he's sparring, and we're like, damn, he hits hard. Like that's like my first impression of him. He was real young, but he always packed the punch. So it was like we would always joke around like, damn, you think he'll pick up Mano's striking style? And then we leave to Texas and we come back, and I see him and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Because yeah, Landry would tell me all the time, wait until you see him. I was like, I guess, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But damn, now when I saw you, I was like, completely different fighter.
Putting the work in the results. How have preparations been for this fight?
This camp specifically has been, I think, my best camp. You know, like my last fight was awesome. You know, I did that camp and it was great. But this camp, you know, I had like more people come in. Dieter and Landry, they helped me out a lot. Especially Landry, man. This guy's such a hard worker. You know, and like I added more days. Like I started training from Sunday to Saturday, and you know, we did a lot. Like just being around a lot of harder workers, and you know, I had Landry has like about like 15 to 20 pounds on me. He's strong, fast, and he just works hard. My other partners like Mark, Loretta, a couple of other guys, they got like 30 pounds on me, and you know, those guys push me to be harder and stronger every day. You know, like to deal with that adversity of stronger, taller, longer fighters. You know, doing that, and then the people that are my weight, like we got this new kid named Sean Mora, Cuban national athlete from wrestling in Greco. He's a fucking beast, bro. He freaking great wrestler. He puts that pressure on, and just everybody around me is just great. You know, and I really feed off of that, and it helps me a lot. We also got Alex Caceres back. That's my boy right there. He helps me like a bunch of tactics and movement, and shows me a bunch of tricks and a lot of stuff. And it's just awesome. Like, couldn't be happier than just like it's great. Like I thought like I couldn't. Well, I did think we could, you know, train harder, but this camp was just like it got better, and I honestly really do feel like we went the extra mile and we trained harder and everything. Like, I'm just excited to keep building on top of what we have already. And like, I feel like I'm gonna make it to the top for sure, like no doubt. Like, I'm not gonna stop either way. So, that's the goal.
And we have a question by popular demand. Who does your hair?
That's one of my sister's friends. Her name is Maria. She, you know, I go on Pinterest and I check out all these braids, and she's like, yeah, I can do that. And she knocks my hair up perfectly, you know, keep me looking slick.
Slick. That's what influenced the nickname.
Yeah, my mama gave me that nickname. So.
Oh, your mom gave you that name?
My mom gave me that nickname. Yeah.
Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah.
What's your record right now?
Right now I'm 3-1. Yeah, and that one was a hard lesson I learned. You know, I lost that fight because, you know, well, I had 3 weeks to prepare for it. I'm not really making excuses, but like just made some tactical errors. Like I tried to knock my guy out from start to finish. It almost worked. I dropped him in one occasion and I stunned him in 2 other occasions, but I was just putting the gas on every punch and every kick, and I wasn't, you know, like setting him up and using my feints and stuff. You know, like I just tried to go for the kill from start to finish. That ended up making me get myself winded, and he ended up, you know, getting on my neck and tapping me out. I was, you know, gassed out, man, and you know, I sucked. So I really made changes, and I fixed that in my last camp. And now in this camp, you know, I'm even more prepared and, you know, more relaxed, and you know, just feeling good now, man. Yeah, really happy again.
Looking good, looking ready to go. The confidence is up. The work's been put in. I'm excited to go watch you get this dub. A finish is on the horizon.
Be calmer this fight. You know, swag a little more, feint a little more, And I'm just gonna fight. I'm not gonna worry about the time or worrying about knocking him out. I know now that the knockout will come with the right strikes. If it doesn't, then I'm just gonna keep working, doing my thing, just pick him apart. And not try to force anything like I did when I lost that fight. So I'm different now. I'm different in a good way. Feeling great, feeling confident, ready.
All right. That's about it.
All right, guys. Justin Vasquez, 3-1, about to be 4-1, about to become an MMA fighter. Telling y'all, I train with this guy day in and day out. He's an absolute animal. If y'all don't follow him yet, follow him on social media. What's the tag?
I am SlickJ145.
SlickJ145 on Instagram. We're going to try to find a link to put out to his fight this weekend. But appreciate y'all tuning in. Give them a follow, like, comment, share, follow the page. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you, guys.
Chong!